We still have a lot of Ruby Crisp Muscadines to harvest, so let's do that while the weather is cooperating, and we can at least get something before the squirrels and the deer start doing the harvesting for us. My wife also got me this pouch kind of for harvesting, so I don't need a basket. I can just put them, it's wrapped around my waist, and I can just put all the muscadines there. So we'll start here, which I need to actually take out. It's just kind of, this is for the string lights and it's putting a lot of weight. So the muscadines are really ripe now, even with that, the little wet scar, still dry, and they're soft, a lot softer than the last time I did a video on harvesting. So I'm just gonna get what I can easily pull here, so that means those will be ready. Even if they're not quite ripe, they are super sweet. So if I have to redo my vineyard, I'm just gonna put Ruby Crisp and probably Hall and Summit. I'm not gonna bother with Supreme because they take a lot of damage. I would plant Polk. So Polk, Ruby Crisp, Summit, Hall, and probably throw in late fry in there because you want to extend your harvest season so that you have early ripening, mid, and then late. So I do have other varieties in there, but flavor wise, Ruby Crisp and Summit are really good. All right, so you can see there's a lot of damage right there from squirrels, raccoons, and this is close to the house too. Imagine the damage being done at the back vineyard. So, all right, I hope you can see all this. I put them in my pouch. I'm like a little kangaroo. There's also some bird damage, but it's minimal because muscadines have like thick skin. But once they poke like a tiny hole, it rots like that, and all the ants get to sample it. Look at that one, that's freshly pecked. All right, and I don't want to put any kind of wet muscadine on my pouch right here and kind of get everything kind of soggy. Like, look at this one. So I guess if you're mashing this into wine and whatnot, you can wash it and those are still good. But these are mainly for fresh eating. So there's a bunch right here. There's also a lot of damage, bird damage that is. This pouch makes it so much easier to one hand harvest while holding a camera. Maybe I need to invest on camera mount. The one I got was a chest mount and I couldn't really figure out where it's aiming. Maybe a forehead or a head mount would be better. Since these are organic, you need to refrigerate them if you plan for fresh eating, because there's a lot of gooey stuff on this one. So I don't know if I should put this in my pouch, so I'll just leave it here for now. I'll come back and wash them. You need to refrigerate them if you want them to last a little longer. We have so much muscadine, so what we do is freeze them for jelly making, jam, and they're good to just eat frozen, like muscadine popsicle. And then you can, of course, blend them for muscadine smoothie. So this easily get harvested, right? I just touch it a little bit so they're really ripe. And there's a lot down here. All right, some are, so a lot of damage on some of them, as you can see right there. There's some ants. So all right, I just kind of drop those on the ground, so squirrels and whatnot, they don't need to come up to the vine and harvest. They can eat pretty good tasting muscadine on the ground. All right. Okay, yeah, this pouch is getting heavy, and I'm still in just this one area. Yeah, muscadines are not table grape style cluster, I mean bunch. So some Noble and Southland, you can kind of cut like a bunch, they kind of look like bunch grape, but mostly it's individual harvesting with these. Only a few are even ripening, meaning they ripen at the same time. Most of them are they ripen unevenly, so only the evenly ripening one, like Carlos and Noble, are what they use for wine. So you can do mass harvest and they're all ripe. As you can see here, we still have some greens on some of these, so that means they're not ready, and you're not you can't just shake the vine and harvest a lot of them, because they're not going to be all ripe. So that's the one downside of muscadine, I would say, for commercial potential regarding other varieties. So if you're going to do wine, you're pretty much going to be doing probably Noble and Carlos. Noble for red wine, Carlos for white wine variety. And that's one of the reasons, is one of the many reasons, it's just even ripening. I'm just kind of knocking down some with damage. It's kind of like any other fruit. If you put some damaged fruit in a basket and you wait a day, and then they all rot eventually very quick. All right, so there's a lot right here that's kind of hard to show on camera, so I'm just kind of showing you as I pull them. But there's plenty more right here, and this is a total of 2 mature Ruby Crisp. This is their 3rd year, I think. In ground, that is. So I bought these, I think they're 2-year old vine from Bottom's Nursery online. So they're 2 years old already when I bought them. So let's take a look at this one. So it's not as ripe as the other one, but let's give it a taste test. really sweet. Not as sweet as the ripe one, but I mean, for snacking, I mean, it's sweet enough. It's actually, muscadines are so much sweeter than what you buy table grape. I think cotton candy might be an exemption, but these are like eating. It's weird. First time I had muscadine, I thought I was eating like there's a variety. I forgot which one now. It's like bubble gum. The other one's like sweet candy. It's quite unique. The taste is quite unique and nothing close to a table grape. But Ruby Crisp is what I would say the closest thing to a table grape. And I'm not talking about the seedless variety. I haven't tried those like the Oh My and Razzmatazz. I think those might be close to table grape. But all the muscadine growers that I've read their comment about Ruby Crisp. It's for muscadine flavor, it's quite mild. All right, there's more right here. They're not quite ready, so I'll wait. But you play this game with wildlife. Not quite ready, you wait. They go like, oh, it's ready. They don't care. They'll harvest it. Like my Korean pear. Man, I have a big one too. I knew it's gonna be ripe, so I waited like a day, and the squirrel's probably watching me, and he's probably saying, "Oh, he's over there. That's our cue." Yep. And that very morning, it's gone. It's like massive Korean pear like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go inside here, and it's really convenient with this apron. Bag. All right, so some of these are not quite ready. Some are just damaged like that. So, and it's my fault. During summer, I get so busy doing yard work, and right now building the tree house again, kind of extending it, and since I basically do all this by myself, it's kind of hard to keep up with all the muscadines to harvest. I need to harvest whole and a bunch of other muscadines. There's like 60 vines in the back that I need to check. And I just saw like 5 deer, I think. They were eating all the muscadines on one side, so I lost probably, I don't know how many vines to them. They've probably been eating since you know, late at night last night, and they just gorged themselves. You can tell it's deer damage when there's nothing on the ground, but you're missing all your muscadine. If it's possum or raccoon, they waste a lot of stuff. Like, they take one bite and they go like, not ripe, and they throw it. And then they take another bite, they go like, not ripe, they throw it. They waste a lot of stuff. All right, there's some right here. And I'm gonna go finish the summit also. There's only a few summits left. So next year would be second year basically in ground for the other 2 Ruby Crisp. So this amount is going to double next year. I also bought organic phosphorus fertilizer. Let me see the cost effectiveness of organic fertilizer, because I don't fertilize any of them. But I might do the organic one. It's kind of pricey. So let's see if there's kind of any effect. So these are from the young Ruby Crisp, which is its second year in ground. They're still not quite ready. They're There's no, there's all the resistance in there. And there's a bunch right here. And it's mostly damaged. I forgot about this section right here. I just keep looking the other way. There's still a lot right there. So let's just take a look at the younger ones. Here's the other one. So this got picked by the raccoon, and the tendril right here is killing this vine right here. And just sit still there, yeah. Because this tendrils, and they're like metal once they get a hold. So you can see right here, it's choking. There you go, I got. It's choking that, and see how damage it did. I mean, it'll recover, no big deal. Okay. See if there's some more summit. Oh yeah, there's still green ones. Summit's really good, especially overripe. Yeah, I like them overripe, but you got to eat this right away. You harvest overripe muscadine, and you get a little bit of a juice coming out of them. It's over. Bird damage. All right, there's still quite a few summit. Really happy with that. Thought all the squirrels got them. Look how deep the color is on this one compared to this. Is ripe right here. This is overripe. Look at that deep color and how dull it is. That's one way to tell it's ripe. Also, they lose the shininess. All right. Oh, those are gonna be super good. Okay, let me try one of them. Let's get rid of some of the webbing. Okay. All right. That is so good. The skin is thicker than Ruby Crisp. But if you do your research on muscadine, they are superfood. A lot of the stuff that you want to get from this one are actually in the skin and the seeds. Don't know about seeds, just spit them out. But the skin, it's quite edible. Okay, there's a few more here. They're really overripe at this point. They start to prune. Just gotta knock those down. You don't want any leftover muscadine fruit in the vine anyway. Something you do as a maintenance before they go dormant is get rid of all remaining, because they might introduce some carry over some diseases. There's still some right there, some are still green. All right, there you go, really ripe. All right, I'm really glad there's still some summit. I didn't expect. Man, I really need to go to the other vineyard. All right, I don't think there's any on the other side. So this one is starting to sag. There's a bunch on this one here. Hey, Bluckster. All right, so definitely I need to come back here and grab some more over here. You can see there's a lot right there. All right. I'll post another video with the other vineyard.